Has San Antonio made a perimeter shot?
Don't remember one.
I don't know if they've taken more than 2 perimeter shots. They've been either getting to the rim and finishing or getting to the rim and getting stripped. It's a tough matchup right here for Steve Jackson.
Harris blocked by Duncan.
Duncan always keeps the ball in play with his block. That would be the worst thing that would ever happen.
Duncan with Martin on his hip. Duncan, another tough shot.
Definitely a tendency to give up big leads.
There you see the field goal shooting this quarter has been all San Antonio. They stretch their lead to a dozen with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Game 1 of the NBA Finals in San Antonio. Tim Duncan continuing to put on a third quarter show. Brad Nessler with Bill Walton, Tom Tolbert, Michelle Tafoya, Stuart Scott, Mike Tirico, Doc Rivers, Sean Elliott, Jim Gray, and Ahmad Rashad. I hope I didn't miss anybody.
Nice dribble handoff, Jason Collins.
Rogers doesn't get it. Duncan cleans the glass again. Great pass. Jackson, look out!
No interior defensive presence for the Nets.
Kenyon Martin goes strong, had it blocked. Duncan 6th of the night. Dishes on the baseline to Jackson.
The NBA Finals record is 8 blocks. Duncan right there. And how many did Robinson have? 4 for David Robinson.
Oh, what a shot by Duncan.
You don't turn it over and you make shots. It's hard to get out.
Kenyon Martin lays it in.
This guy's good.
And that being said, it's a 9-point game with 2:20 to go.
That's right. Martin has 21.
Now, you can't be afraid to attack against them. They're going to press you. Make them pay.
Duncan, a great lead for Robinson, and David just points at him.
And that is the way to do it. 2 minutes left, still too much time to get conservative. If they're going to press you and you beat the press, you take it to them and take advantage of them and score the bucket.
But Harris runs into Collins around the pick. And Duncan blocks another shot at Kenyon Martin.
He had a career-high 35 in that one that Bill's talking about. He's 4 for 5 already tonight. Rose with the outside jumper. That's way short. Duncan trying to go straight back up with it and does.
But look at Tim Duncan's first half statistics in this series. Only averaging 8 points on 36% shooting.
They double him again. Off balance, he got one to go.
If they're in this stage of the game, you got heart in the building.
Michael J. Fox, we appreciate it. Have fun watching the game. Brad, let's go back to you.
Tim Duncan to David Robinson inside. Perfect pass.
Pick and roll with 2 7-footers. How do you defend that? Which is a wash right now for both teams. The boards have been controlled by San Antonio, and getting to the free throw line has been controlled by San Antonio.
That's with a fast break point advantage. Kerry Kittles has had the best night of anybody offensively, as you can see by those percentages. That's not saying too much. Tim Duncan leads the break. The pass to Ginobili. What a dish by Duncan. Kittles, he almost turned it over. 7 on the shot clock. And now they do turn it over. Rose, who had the shot on one end, the steal on the other, and Duncan finger rolls it. Well, just like that, the Spurs lead again.
What poise, what composure by Duncan. Stuck in the key after picking up their dribble.
At least after back-to-back turnovers, they'll take it. There's Rose again.
Denying all the penetration.
Kenyon Martin in traffic. Tim Duncan comes up with a strip and the steal.
Duncan behind his back with the dribble, leading the break.
He just wanted to show us a little something like that.
He shows me something every time he walks on that floor.
18 Nets turnovers. Under 3 minutes. In fact, at 2.5. Duncan through traffic.
Kenyon Martin only gets to play 3/4 of the tilt because of the excessive fouling.
Kenyon Martin is fouled out of one. There's a backdoor cut by Parker, and the great feed by Duncan. Kid's going to try for 2 in a row. Robinson off the miss. The outlet to Parker. He's got Bowen in front. Didn't see him in time. Duncan, a little head fake. Maybe half a travel to score.
Tease him, Tim.
Well, the Nets don't really. I mean, the Nets are playing pretty good defense. They've held it to 30 points with 4 minutes left to go in the second. They just got to be able to get some offense going.
Duncan off the inbound, off the glass, automatic.
When was the last time you saw that play run for a center?
Their bench right now has been the key.
That block by Kenyon Martin, guys, the 13th of the game, tying a finals record. And Tim Duncan, Mr. Dependable, over Williams and off the glass again.
Well, that's what they're doing their damage tonight. 22 offensive rebounds for the Spurs on the evening and counting.
Here's Tim Duncan, Mutombo on it.
Not a lot of movement off the ball by the Spurs.
Duncan over Mutombo. Duncan thought that he was fouled the last trip down, and he shows as much anger as he's shown. Kenyon Martin inside. Duncan stripped it. Martin's got another chance, and Duncan blocked it again. Can he get three? Did. Nope. Not the third time. Martin, quick move across the lane, missed off the glass, and Duncan with a rebound.
Well, that's one of the first times in the series that he's got the ball on the left block and gone right, and he had a great look at the bucket. You keep getting looks like that, you're going to put those down.
He wants to get to that jump hook a lot.
And now he strips it from Duncan again, but it comes free to Bowen. Duncan's just going to turn and deal right there.
Long rebounds at the foul line often determine huge games like this.
Duncan gave up a 17-footer for a runner and then tipped it in.
Just throw it out the front of the rim. Oh, Moses Malone, get your own rebound, tip it right back in.
Very upset about the continued turnovers, and he says our bad shot selection is fueling the Nets offense. Brad?
He's put Tony Parker back in there, along with Rose and Duncan, Ginobili. Nice. Duncan off the feed from Rose.
The knowledge that he has as well, helping the younger guys.
How about the level of professionalism?
Down to 5 seconds remaining in a half. Duncan will get the last chance, it appears. On the baseline, Tim Duncan, and he knocked it down just before the horn sound.
Well, that guy's pretty good. They're just going to swing this around and dump it in one more time.
There he is, and Speedy Claxton's given away about 5 or 6 inches in height to Kidd.
Great defense, Steven Jackson.
Harris crossing the lane.
Even better defense by Tim Duncan.
Now Claxton bringing it for the Spurs. Bowen for 3. Duncan somehow got that rebound and puts it in. We'll keep our eye on that as we're under 3 minutes of the third quarter. Well, it's right now, Stu, as a matter of fact, as Mutombo's just gotten up, getting ready to remove the warm-up.
How about zone defense for the Nets?
Spurs now haven't had a field goal in 3 minutes. Duncan over Collins. There's one.
No, I agree, but the Nets are still flying out on him. That would be interesting to see. I'd be interested to see if Parker get involved in this game a little bit.
Duncan, we know he's involved. He's looking there and trying to get it down to Rose, and does.
Who's going to guard Tim Duncan? Aaron Williams faces that unenviable test. What a pass.
And Parker with a reverse layup off the glass.
That is a great look right there and a nice finish.
And Chris Rock pointed it out. He said that when Jason Kidd has to score and shoot too much, the Nets don't play well. Everybody else standing around.
Duncan on the baseline. It goes.
What an angle.
Tony Parker looking for a pick from Duncan. Gives it right back to him. Now Tim driving on Kenyon Martin. And got it.
We have seen literally every shot imaginable in this series from Tim Duncan. Is there anything you can't do? How do you guard a guy that skilled, that versatile, that complete?
So the Nets score 5 straight. Now back-to-back buckets. Makes it a 1-point ball game. Martin faces Duncan.
Too much standing around.
And another shot blocked inside.
But, you know, those passes aren't right on the money. And you see something they haven't been able to do in the previous 5 games they're doing tonight is the perimeter shooting. 6 for 13, right around 50%. If that can keep up, they're going to be in great shape.
Well, how long is that going to last, though?
It said if it could.
Jefferson, nice feed inside to Williams, but Tim Duncan has blocked his 3rd shot of the quarter.
Kerr, who had 6 points in the 4th quarter, 2 big shots, and an even bigger steal that helped seal Game 5. He's in there, and so is Speedy Claxton.
Nice feed from Duncan to Jackson, and Jackson points as if to say, thanks, Tim.
Not forget that Aaron Williams' grandmother suffered a life-threatening stroke in the Detroit series, the Eastern Conference Finals. He had to missed some time.
Tim Duncan, chance for a three-point play.
I can't try to be what everybody else wants me to be. Zone defense one last time for San Antonio.
They've done a good job attacking this, not staying on the perimeter, being aggressive.
Zone defense again, and
just like
Kenyon
that.
Martin got it inside, block shot by Duncan. But Collins is there. Under 2 minutes now in the second quarter.
Nice double team, Robinson.
Kidd, he'll take a three. Duncan made a pass at him, or he might have hit it, and now it's Tony Parker, the rebound. Duncan's in front. He didn't see him in time. Now he got it to him off the glass, in and out. Duncan's second chance. Spurs down 4, a chance to cut further into the Nets lead that at one point was 10.
Nice pass.
Robinson from Duncan.
They play so well together on both ends. The interchange, the high-low, they come in the defensive end. One guy swipes low and blocks the shot.
Second time they've cut the lead to a deuce. We're under a minute. Kidd missed the jumper. Ginobili the rebound. Chance for the Spurs to tie or lead. Duncan in the low block for the tie. Got it! The third quarter.
And that's the 11th turnover of the night for San Antonio. They're playing far too tight. Parker, Bowen, Ginobili, Rose have got to come alive.
The extra pass, Duncan to Robinson.
And Tim Duncan is working on a quadruple double. Rodgers should be able to punish Jackson.
Backing him in. Up and under, blocked by Duncan.
Of course, Duncan knew that too, so he was waiting for that.
Let's see if that stop turns into points for the Spurs. Claxton saw a seam. Ginobili, wide open three. Duncan tried to go back up with it. And here's Jason Kidd again on the run.
But what anticipation by Tim Duncan on the offensive glass.
Kidd, baseline jumper won't go. Duncan cleans it off again. Duncan's got 17 rebounds. But his team is trailing with under 8 minutes to play.
You've got to let Duncan isolate against Mutombo here.
Nice. Rose is all alone. They came over to help out. Rodgers packs it back inside of Martin. Blocked by Duncan. That's his 31st block shot of this series. That's a new record.
7th of the game tonight for Duncan. You cannot just go right into his face and throw up weak stuff.
Duncan gives it up. Jackson for the first lead. Got it!
Time now to bring the commissioner back up for the presentation of the most valuable player.
What can I say? He led his team in points, in rebounds, in blocks, and assists for this entire series. Your two-time consecutive NBA MVP is the most valuable player of the 2003 NBA Finals. Congratulations, Tim Duncan.
Tim, not only do you go out this season with the regular season and the Finals MVP, you become the first man in 10 years to have a triple-double in the NBA Finals in a single game. Was tonight any tougher than any of the other games along the way in this series?
Absolutely, it was. Those guys didn't want to go home. They didn't want to give up, but our team stuck with it. Our guys were incredible tonight. We played the whole way through. Just a lot of credit to our guys.
Same thing I asked Pop. Is this one any sweeter than 99?
It is, because it's now.
A word about your running mate, the other 7-footer, David Robinson, as he says goodbye.
Yeah, I hate to see him go. We're going to try to talk him into coming back another year, but I don't know if that's going to work.
Congratulations, Tim Duncan. Does anybody want to hear from David Robinson? Where are you, David?